God, this is take like number 4. Every time I do this, it's too long, so I'm going to try to go fast, okay? If I skip over any information, please tell me. So, this is the official Discord channel on my server for the tournament specifically. If you have any questions, ask them here. You can ask me on my channel, obviously, I'll try to respond to them, but here is where I will answer them most consistently, and that way everybody can see the answer. So please ask tournament-related questions here. I'm changing the date one last time because the expansion is rumored to come out on the 7th, so if I made a tournament for EU on the 11th, they would not be able to get the pre-release bundle, which basically means that I had to move that up to the 5th, so that way I can get you guys your rewards when you, if you win, or if you get into the position where you can win a reward. So that's basically why I moved it up. This is the final change, I swear. Next, all time will be through PST if I make any time announcements, and the tournament will start at 10 a.m. PST Pacific time zone. For reference, in Germany at that time it will be 6 p.m. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I would stay up late, screw up my sleep schedule so that you're in Europe. It would be like more morning time for you, so you could have all day to do it. But here's the problem with that. Because of the coronavirus, I have to move back home. I don't want to keep my parents up, so I'm not in my apartment anymore, so I can't have ridiculous hours, which means I need to make it morning time for me, so that way it doesn't go too late and my parents can sleep soundly. So that's basically it. It will be 10 a.m. I cannot really change it. If there is a specific person or people that need to do it earlier, message me, I'll watch your games, and then I'll just insert however that went into the round, so that way if there is an issue, the first round you can do early, but that's the best I can do in terms of time flexibility. Next thing is, this is going to be a standard only tournament. It's going to be the standard pool of cards, but if this is a success, so tell all your friends about this. I want this to be a thing, you know, because I have plans for this. Okay, first of all, I will probably do a wild one. I will probably do one that's like classic only. I'll probably do one like, you know how Arena has rotating sets? I'll probably do one with rotating sets. I'll probably do a budget one, and I have a couple of other ideas like that that are specifically geared towards more fun tournaments. But I need this one to be a success, because if this ends up being like a giant waste of time where I set up for like days, weeks in advance, and it ends up doing like even worse than a normal video or stream, then I might not do it again, just because it cost me a lot of money, it took a lot of time. So if you guys want more of this, this is me just blatantly asking for support and a little bit of just like shameless advertising. If you have any people that you might think would want to see it or participate in it, retweet the tweets that I made about it on Twitter, especially the one asking Blizzard for bundles, because if they can add bundles to the pool, then the rewards go up, which I will jump to right now. I'll skip over this rule for a second, but the prize pool is basically a large expansion bundle for first, small expansion bundle for second and third, and that's because somebody sent me money on PayPal, $30. It was just as large for first and as small for second, but third place gets it now because somebody gave me money. If you want to give me money, please contact me through Discord or Twitter. And then if payment will probably be through PayPal. You absolutely don't have to. Don't make me like, don't take this as I'm asking you for money. Just if you want to give money because you want to see this do well and you want to improve the prize pool for everybody, go ahead. But you definitely don't have to. I feel like people would just be happy enough participating in a free tournament where they could win something, and I feel like this is fine when there are only like 24 people. You have a 1/8 shot of getting first, second, or third, so that's pretty good. But anyway, yeah, with the retweeting of the thing I did to Blizzard, if they end up giving me some bundles, that would be absolutely freaking fantastic, and I would love to give you guys more gifts. So yeah, speaking of that, in terms of like shameless advertising and making it as big as possible so Blizzard can see it, and maybe if I do another one they give me stuff, or they give me stuff for this one. I also am trying to make this be a charity thing, where basically all money I make from it, whether it be donations or ad money that I receive, will be donated to the Global Giving Foundation for Coronavirus Relief. It's just, I found their website, they're trying to raise $5 million in order for coronavirus relief, and I thought that was a good cause given the time, and that's another reason why I kind of want this to get bigger. Also, if any of you have any ideas, if any of you have watched Yasuo play Hearthstone stream, he has his own charity stream, and he has things where, like, in the right-hand side, he'll have challenges where it's like, oh, if you donate $5, I'll chug a bottle of water, all the way down to, like, if you give me 1,000, I'll go bald. Not willing to go bald, I'm sorry, but if you have other little challenges that you think people would be interested in doing, like $10 or, like, for $20 or something kind of ridiculous, I don't know, just something, that would be really, really cool. Because it would raise more money for the donation, which is actually something I've been kind of wanting to do ever since I was on this platform. I want to try to do good with what audience I have. But anyway, specific rules of the game, now that we've talked enough about the politics and the promotion of this thing, is double elimination, best of 3. So you will submit 3 decks, all of different classes, so you can't have like 300 decks or whatever. Your opponent gets to ban 1, and you have to win a game with each of the other 2 decks. You have to win with your rogue deck, and you have to win with your hunter deck. If those are the 2 decks you can't have that aren't banned, you can't just win both with hunter, basically. It's double elimination, so there is a loser's bracket, and I'll show you guys the bracket in a second. I will only be able to watch 1 game at a time because I'm only 1 person. I'll only be able to, like, commentate on 1 game, which may suck and could lead to some, you know, issues rule-wise with some people who are like, hey, this guy won, or I won, and this guy's saying he won, and blah, blah, blah. So for those kind of disputes, because the commentation is really just for enjoyment, it's not actually for, like, rules specifically. If there is an argument, you have to have recorded video, or you have to have Hearthstone deck tracker. Send me the link to your games, and that will be how I settle the arguments. And if neither of you have it, depending on how heated it is and how toxic people are being, I might have you either A, do a rematch, or B, you'll just be disqualified, and I'll move somebody who lost up at random and move both of you guys to the loser's bracket. Last thing is for the banning phase, actually. I don't have a program to let you guys, like, put them both in at the same time, and then it's anonymous, and then you just get each shown what deck is being banned. So you guys have to just add each other, ban the deck you don't want, just send each of the other people the 3 decks that you want to play. They choose one to ban, and then you play with those 2 for each person, basically. In the future, if I have more resources and maybe I get a website together, I guess I could try to come up with something that's a little more fair. Just try to ban both of them at the same time, and if somebody takes a really long time to ban after the other person, that's low-key cheating, because you are, like, looking at what they banned and you're basing your decision on that. So don't do that, because if you do that, there could be a disqualification for that as well. And since I have no real way of enforcing rules like this, if there are breaches of rules, the only thing I really have is just dropping the DQ hammer, you know. So I'm sorry about that. If you have any better way of, you know, dealing with a dispute like this, by all means tell me. So basically, here are the brackets. I'll show you right now. It's just buddink. Here are all the people. These people under the yellow line I have not added yet because of time constraints. Oops, that is my bad. Boom, brackets. Basically, how I did it was I took the top person, I ordered it by rank, and then I found the person halfway down, and that's who they played. Then I took the next person, went halfway down, and then that was the next one. For the most part, that's how I matched you up. And then I flipped you around a little bit, so technically legend people, because they should be seated higher, because they're legend, I split them up a little bit so that they could probably play later on in the rating system, but I didn't want to have the legend person play like someone super low ranked, so I tried to make it as evenly distributed as possible. So I'm sorry for somebody like Have Nuking, because this is a pretty large rank discrepancy. Like, I could have matched you up more evenly, but if I did, that means legend players who, like, are genuinely really good at the game and could be in the finals, like, for real, they might get eliminated right at the beginning. So I wanted to give them a little bit of an advantage because they have grinded, they do have the rank to show it all. But that's pretty much it on that front. And then the same thing is for EU. And then last, you have the losers bracket, where basically if you lose, you put your name here in your spot. So this is the top row, put it in the top row. This is the second to top row, boom, put it in the second to top row. And then these rounds technically should all be moved up 1, to round 2. Same in this one, because that's when the loser bracket starts, and that's basically how the loser bracket will work. One last thing is that if you do happen to win, please put the name of the winner in green. Just highlight it, go boop, green, free, right there. And then do the same thing for the loser, but put it in red so I can tell just by looking how things went, so it's just easier and a little more organized. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the announcement. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me on the Discord. I don't think I'm going to make any more video announcements on this, but I will keep up to date with the Discord itself. So yeah, last things, if you made it this far, promote this to people if you can. Retweet the tweet I have about it that's adding Blizzard. If you guys can, put in money, but you definitely don't have to, but that'll increase the prize pool. And just have fun and don't cheat, please, because if you do, I'm going to just drop the ban hammer and just DQ you, honestly. Like, that's probably what I'm going to do if there are disputes that can't be resolved, because you guys are abusing the fact that I don't have the power to really do anything, so I'll just use my power to just end it right there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys are looking forward to the tournament, because I am too. It's also been really stressful, so I'm sorry if this is poorly organized and changes are happening, but yeah. See ya.